Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of What Megan Thinks. So, I don't know if we've thought about this before on planet Earth, but aliens and extraterrestrials, the entire concept of it is indigenous to here, to planet Earth. Because like for example, if you meet someone, if you live on a planet in the Pleiades, right, and you meet someone from the next planet over, did you meet an alien? Did you meet an extraterrestrial, or did you just meet someone from the next planet over? And if you're from if you're from Venus and you meet someone from the Pleiades, a planet in the Pleiades, are you a contactee of the Pleiades? Are you a Pleiadian contactee? Is the other person a contactee, a Venetian contactee? I don't know if we've thought of these concepts before, you know? Um, there was an interview that Elon Musk did, I think in April or around then, with Tucker Carlson. And Tucker Carlson asked him, you know, about the aliens or about extraterrestrials. And Elon Musk said with like the straightest face ever, I've never seen any evidence of extraterrestrial life or alien life. I don't know the exact word he used. And everyone, you know, I saw in the comments people were calling him a liar and but maybe Elon doesn't consider them aliens or extraterrestrials. Maybe he just considers them people. So if you just meet a person from a different planet, do you start to make this perception up like it means something about you, if that makes sense? Like, for example, if I meet someone, I'm from America, so if I meet someone from Russia, does that say anything about me as a person at all? Does that mean that I'm a Russian contactee? Does that mean that I'm supposed to give information on behalf of Russia, right? What does that really mean? Does it mean anything at all, you know? And so maybe they're just, if we can expand our minds, maybe they're just people like us. But what I find interesting, I find fascinating, is that we've created all of these perceptions on planet Earth about what it means to know someone from a different planet. That you are there's a label to it, that it means that you are special in some way, it means that you are chosen, it means that you're supposed to know all of this information and give it to the people. Sorry, that was my cat jumps from a high point there. So but it means all of these things. What if it really doesn't mean anything at all? um and so another thing I'd like to point out too is there's all these phenomenons that we have, right? Like if someone is traveled in a spaceship, it's a big deal to people on planet Earth, right? But when you live on a different planet, that's your normal means of travel. So does it say anything about someone, about what we would call an extraterrestrial? Like if a Pleiadian travels on a ship everywhere, does it mean anything about them, or does it say anything about them? You know, if I go drive around in my Jeep everywhere, does that say anything about me? Does it mean that I'm a special person? If I get to go ride around in a Jeep, right? I mean, Jeeps are fun and spaceships are fun, but what I mean is we've built up this all of these ideas, and really what it is it's programming, and part of it now, it's become part of the collective consciousness in certain groups or certain areas, that we decide that all of this stuff has meaning, and really it just is. It's just the way things are. You know, if I made a video about how I traveled in a spaceship last night, you know, it would get a lot of views and people would go nuts. But it really actually doesn't mean anything at all. If I made a video about how I traveled around in my Jeep everywhere, you know, it wouldn't mean anything at all about me, right? So it's very interesting what we've our perceptions and what we've come up with. And I like to use animals as an example of stuff, right? So where I work, a lot of people import horses from Europe. and I live in the States. And so a lot of people will import horses from Germany or France or wherever. And so when we introduce the horses into the herd or into their paddock and into where they're going to run around in, right? They don't, at first, they'll sniff the horse and check it out, the new horse, right? So maybe it's a German horse, right? And then they go about their business and accept it into the herd and basically do what they do. They don't make a big deal about, oh, you're from Germany. And I bet if we imported a horse from the Pleiades, the horses would have the same reaction. They might think it's kind of weird. It looks a little bit different. They might be more scared than usual, but eventually they would get over it and accept it into the herd and just accept it as part of their reality, right? So I think that's all I had to say, right? I'm trying to think. I think that's all. I think I'll leave you guys with that, and I love you guys, and I'll be back with more videos.